Welcome back. It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? I hope you all enjoyed my top 10 anime I watched in 2021 video from a couple weeks ago. That took a ton of time and work, but I'm happy with how it came out. Furthermore, my Vivy Fluoride Eye song video that was taken down back in December is available once again, so check that out if you would. Now then. In the past, I've predominantly talked about or gave my review of individual series or episodes of a series. Today, I'm going to talk about an original anime movie. Before I move on, again, I want to thank you all for such an amazing 2021. 2022 is going to be even better, so if you're part of that 78% of viewers who are not subscribed, consider subscribing and join the family. Alright, so lengthwise, these movies usually run about 90 minutes or an hour and a half. That's about the equivalent of a 4-episode anime, which usually makes for just enough time to put a story together. Look at movies such as Kimi no Na wa or Tenki no Ko, Your Name and Weathering with You. Both about an hour and a half long, but still two incredible stories. Before I dive into the information we have so far, I should mention that I'm including this part because there are some anime fans who don't watch or haven't seen some of these absolutely incredible movies that have come out in recent years. The movie I'll be going over today has the potential to join the ranks of such movies. So, what is it then? The official Japanese name is Baboru, Bubble. While I would not expect the official title to get changed, there very well may be an alternative title that gets added on later. Gravity is Broken, Leap As You Like. Just by watching the trailer alone, you get a semblance of what the movie will be about. The story is set in Tokyo after gravity-bending bubbles rain down upon the city. Tokyo, now being closed off to the outside world, has become a playground for young people. As the battlefield of bubbles erupts into insane performances of parkour team battles, an elite ace known as Hibiki manages a dangerous dive into the gravity-bending sea. Fortunately, he's saved by a mysterious girl, Uta, with strange powers. However, the pair hear a sound, audible only to them as the mystery of Uta and the bubbles deepen. But why did Hibiki appear before Uta? Giant bubbles that can bend gravity. That's a pretty unique concept. I can't say it's the most original thing in the world, but it's like reinventing the wheel to suit another purpose. The fact of the matter is, we don't really know where these bubbles came from and what they're doing in Tokyo. Even more so, what the relationship between Uta and Hibiki will be. Furthermore, I'd like to highlight the fact that both of these names have to do with sound. Hibiki specifically. Hibiki can mean noise or sound. While there aren't any kanji associated with these character names yet, odds are, with this movie revolving around a mysterious sound, the creators will give the characters' names representative of that fact. Uta sounds like utao, which means sing. Uta specifically means song, so we can check that one off the list too. I don't think this movie will turn out as a musical or song-based type of anime, but we'll have to see. Along those lines now, when it comes to the actual musical composition of the OST for this movie, Hiroyuki Sawano will be returning, the mastermind behind the soundtracks of anime like Guilty Crown, Attack on Titan, 86, and more. If this will be your first time ever hearing music by Sawano, I would highly recommend you listen to at least one of several 60-minute plus music mixes of his music specifically here on YouTube. Likewise, I'd also recommend listening to just the Guilty Crown or Attack on Titan soundtracks as well. Moving on, if the OST isn't what draws your attention, the director of and studio animating the movie might. Tetsuro Araki, Attack on Titan, Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress, will be directing this anime. This is a perfect time to direct it as well, considering the final part of the final season of Attack on Titan is currently airing. What's more is that which studio will be animating this anime movie. The trailer visuals alone lend to that effect. Wit Studio has produced many outstanding titles: Attack on Titan, Vivy Fluoride Eye Song, even Pokemon the Movie 21, The Story of Everyone. So it's safe to say this movie is going to look incredible, and the acting will likely be pretty solid as well, considering Tetsuro Araki is directing it. Of course, that's my opinion on things with all the information we have on the movie so far. In terms of a release date, this movie will begin streaming on Netflix worldwide on the 28th of April, just under 3 months from now. Likewise, this movie will also receive a theatrical release in Japan on May 13th as well. While some big-name movies and various anime titles are available on platforms such as Netflix and Hulu, there are some that are not available worldwide and require a VPN to bypass the country restriction, which is a hassle and time-consuming. Bubble looks to potentially change that with its worldwide release come this spring. I would go over cast information, but there's no additional information on actors or other staff at the moment besides Sawano, who's composing the OST, Araki, who's directing, and Hibiki, who will be voiced by Jun Shinson. Additional voice cast information is available, but seeing as we don't know who these other characters are yet, it's not really worth mentioning. However, I'll go ahead and throw it up on the screen here. There are some very prominent voice actors that will be lending their skills to this movie. Likewise, they've also had some very prominent roles from anime like Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, Boruto, and even Death Note. That about does it for any additional information. I'm glad this movie is receiving a worldwide release on a platform such as Netflix, but at the same time, seeing it in theaters would actually be cheaper for solo individuals. You could make a case for both sides though. Low gravity in a post-apocalyptic setting sounds pretty promising, and this movie has a lot of potential. It really just depends on how this potential relationship between Uta and Hibiki is fleshed out and if it fits well with the overall plot. Generally, these kinds of movies do pretty well, and with the information we have regarding the movie so far, I'd say we have a really promising first look at this. A strong voice cast, talented director, an exceptional composer, and an incredibly talented animation studio all lend their support to this movie potentially making the ranks of some of the best anime movies out there. Likewise, it's not the only promising looking movie dropping this year. I'll do a full review and breakdown of my thoughts after I've seen the movie. But that does it for me and all the information I have regarding the movie Bubble. So if you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching. I cannot wait to share these next 2 videos with you after this. Bye bye.